What is up, YouTube? And yes, I did not mistakenly say podcast like I did in the last episode. But also, I forgot to put my link tree to the podcast last episode, so I won't forget to do that this time. So sorry for promoting it, but it will be in the script here today. But as you see in the title, we are going to be talking about how I lost my friend over a Zoom meeting. I know, a literal Zoom meeting. How more stupid could it sound? It sounds stupid. It's kind of sad, kind of funny, but not happy for me. But now I could really care less because you're really going to find out in the next couple of minutes as we go on to talk about the situation. So today I prepared some Sonic Racing gameplay. I know what you're saying. Why Sonic Racing? And also, I know what you're saying, too. Why do you use so much Sonic gameplay? I am not a Sonic fanboy. I just use it as my, I just use it sometimes as gameplay. Because I do like some of the Sonic games. As we know, Sonic is very, very hit or miss and was a dying franchise before the Sonic movies. But hey, we're not going to get onto that, and that probably will be a podcast episode or a YouTube video, who knows, but Sonic fanboys will be in my comments when that day happens. But I do prepare to make some controversial video that's not bad, but some controversial video so I could get the views, which I know that just sounds like something that Lil Pump would do, but again, that is not about this video. Okay, let's get on. I've been talking way too long. Y'all probably already clicked out the video. So, this all takes place in June. Keep in mind, this is a coincidence. This happened the week after. Now, no, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, I'm so sorry for you, or, oh, that's so sad. Like, I don't want anybody to do all that. No, it's been 2 years. I'm good. Don't need it. This was a week after my grandma died. I don't know how unfortunate. I just think God was just said, let's just put it down on him. Let's slam it down and make it a terrible 2 weeks for me. So, my grandma died a week before this happened. Like, I don't know how. I lost a childhood friend and my grandmother in the same month. Like, that's kind of just messed up. So, this was in 2020, like I said. I don't know if I said that. So, yeah, this is in June. So, keep in mind, my friend, he always wanted me to Zoom troll. Because, like, at the time, Zoom trolling was huge. It was on YouTube. It was just everywhere. Everybody was Zoom trolling, and everybody thought it was hilarious, including myself. I think it's hilarious. And at first, I wanted to do it. I really did want to do it. I was like, okay, that would be awesome. Sure, I'll do it for you. Keep in mind, he's the one, this is going to be very important, he's the one who wanted to do this. He wanted to do this way more than me. I tried backing out of it like the second time, but no, we just had to do it, and that basically ruined our friendship and ruined everything about us. So, he wanted to do this really bad. He wanted to Zoom troll, and I was like, okay, I'm down. So, the first time, we were gonna do it, but then I just got too scared. I'm like, dude, I don't think we should do this. And I tried to tell him every time, and he always tried to do it, so I'd always back out of it. And there was one day where I said, okay, I'm going to do it. I said, whatever. And so, we get on the Zoom call, and I use one of the girls' names that wasn't there yet, but she popped up. And then my friend was trying to convince to them that it was just a glitch. So, of course, it was the glitch thing. I really didn't want to do this. Of course, when you're doing it, I didn't think about it. I thought it was just going to be some funny, harmless thing that wouldn't happen. So, we go on to the Zoom call. And we're just going through it, and I'm just trolling them. And I put Rick Roll on the screen. Nah, we're gonna get to that in a second. So I started, me and him found this funny. We found this Look at Me by XXXTentacion, and like it was bass boosted. So like I turned that up really, really loud. I just started blasting it because he wanted me to do it, and we both found the bass boosted version hilarious for some reason back in 2020. Now I'm more mature, and I could really not find that funny. It's just something that's loud and overplayed. So yeah, and also that is no hate to X. I just think the song is pretty repetitive now since I've heard it like a million times when I listened to it when it came out on SoundCloud and all that. So yeah, not many people really remember the SoundCloud era. That's like a back then type thing. So I was just trolling them. I put Rick Roll on the screen, and it was like, oh wow, it's Rick Roll. And then I turn my camera on, and I'm just laughing. It's just very funny, and I'm just trolling them. And my friend is laughing too. Also, just gonna refer to him as my friend for this episode, even though he's technically an ex-friend. And yes, this is this. If you watched last story, this is the same guy that was named Ben in the last episode. So if you're wondering who Ben is, this is the same guy that I was talking about in the same Zoom trolling story that I was going to talk about. So I guess we could call him Ben, but I'm not going to remember that. So I'm probably just going to say my friend. So as I'm just trolling, we both find it funny in the moment. So we do that. And the whole entire day is normal. It's normal. And we go on. We have a nice day. We were making jokes about it. We deleted all of the messages about, we just deleted all of our messages, especially the ones about Zoom, so we wouldn't get in trouble. Nobody would find out. But then I guess the students had to snitch. And keep in mind, this was a private school, so you can really not be shocked that they're gonna snitch. Of course they're gonna snitch. It's a private school. I'm really not shocked. It's just, matter of fact, I'm just gonna make this thing now. Basically, it's a bunch of rich white girls and white dudes. There you go. That's it. And before people say, aren't you white? I'm mixed. I don't care. I have the right to say it. It's just a bunch of rich white dudes and white girls. I don't care what anybody says. That's what it was. And of course they had to snitch because they couldn't just meme along with it. If I saw somebody Zoom trolling in my Zoom call, if I did them still, I would be laughing. I remember back then when Zoom first started, man, I wanted somebody to troll the Zoom meeting so bad. You don't know how bad I wanted one of our Zooms to get bombed. Which, this didn't happen on Zoom, but this did happen on, so in middle school when we switched, we did Microsoft Teams, and somebody did bomb our Microsoft Teams meeting when I was in science class back in 6th grade, which was last year. So that was pretty funny, and I just kept laughing about it because they were cussing and playing music, and it was like two dudes. It was just mad funny. It was really hilarious. So we kept going on, but of course they snitched, and I didn't know because I guess it must have been at nighttime when they called Ben's parents. So go to sleep. And I wake up with an unfriendly surprise by my mom. My mom is yelling at me to come to her room. I'm scared because I think back to the other day and I'm like, oh shit, I got caught. It's over. So I walk to the room. I gulp. I'm nervous. I'm like, yes, Mom. And she tells me how they wrote a long message and I needed to respond, and my mom made me apologize. Which, in this situation, okay, I can admit, I was a part of it. I did wrong, out of some sort, but it was his idea to do it. It was literally his idea. His own idea with his own brain. I was trying to tell him, no, let's not do it. But nope. It all got blamed on me. Both of his parents were mad at me. He was mad at me, and he sent me this long message, and he was like, yeah, our friendship is over. You could have ruined my education. I could have ruined your education. You ruined your own education yourself. You were the one who came up with the idea. And also, this is no hate to them, so don't try to go find them or find out more. It's just for entertaining story time. This is real stories, but don't go attack them if you find them. Don't do anything like that. Also, this person, I couldn't care less. It's been 2 years, so it's really not that big of a deal anymore. I don't care, because honestly, I just think him and his parents are just dragged the situation more than it needed to be, and they took a friendship and said you couldn't be friends with this person, and I just think that's never the way to go. And that's no hate to their parenting, that's no hate to the kids, that's no hate to anyone. I'm not saying it's anyone's fault. I just think they dragged the situation more than it needed to be, and I thought it was pretty extra. And if I had kids personally myself, I'm not going to make them stop being friends with somebody who's been friends with them since their whole childhood and have stuck together with each other through tough situations throughout many years. And the funny thing is that we've done worse stuff than that, dude. We've literally gotten into more trouble. And of course, since I'm mixed, but they're going to call me black, probably. They're going to say, they probably thought I was a bad, what's it called? Bad influence on Ben. They probably think I'm some hood rat who listens to rap music 24/7. And no, I'm not talking like just rap music. They probably think I go listen to rap music and go do drugs and go fight with gangs and be affiliated with gangs and crap. They probably think that's what I do on my free time when I'm just a nerd. Like literally, I'm just a nerd on the internet. So it really is kind of a funny situation. It is silly. But again, I read the message. And also, we had this thing called Bro Weekend, and he kept mentioning that and said Bro Weekend is over. And yeah, so Bro Weekend was what we kind of called. We kind of had like a duo. Is our duo. It was called Bro Weekend because it was the weekends that we were there. And like I said from the last story, yes, this calculates to the pool. And every weekend we hung out and we did amazing stuff. And it was amazing adventures, which I do have to thank him for that. Whether or not he's not my friend anymore, I had so many memories with him, dude. It's just really real. And that's the only friend I've ever invited to a birthday party too. So I mean, I do have some shout outs to say to him, but other than that, him being a jerk to me and blaming everything on me every single time was not the greatest thing. So yeah, basically he was talking about how Bro Weekend is over, and every single time we hung out, you always got into trouble, and you got me in trouble all the time. First off, you were doing it with me. You never had to do it with me. You never had to do anything. And I wasn't the main one getting in trouble. He was the main one who came up with the ideas. That's the funny thing. Every single time he said, you always got me in trouble. But here's the thing. Every time we did get in trouble, the blame would always be put on me, dude. The blame would always be put on me. And I would help him every single time. If he cried, I would have been like, dude, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I would always back him up. I always had his back. But he never did the same thing for me. He always snitched on me. That's just a terrible thing about our friendship, or our used to be friendship. Dude, I cared for him every single time, and I was just the bigger person, and I apologized in the situation, and they still never accepted my apology. His mom didn't accept my apology. His dad did not. I mean, his dad is cool. His dad is actually cool. I like him. His dad is cool, and does not like me. Also, I accidentally just said his name, So I'm going to bleep that out in the video. So I'm gonna bleep that out because I'm not restarting another video. So yes, I messed up the video, but I don't care. I meant Ben. Ben's dad is cool. So I just think the situation is just kind of funny now, and I can just meme on it and go back to it. So that's pretty much the story of how I lost a childhood friend over a Zoom meeting / Zoom trolling. So if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to follow, comment, subscribe. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Peace out.